if it's cold season and you're not feeling well, there are a lot of home remedies that can really help you and often work better, I've found, than a lot of the over-the-counter medications. Um, for example, if you have a cold, like you're too dry or you're too mucusy, honey can really help with the dryness. Like, take it like cough syrup, like a teaspoon, like gulp. Eat the honey. Local honey is always best, always. Um, so see if you can find a local beekeeper. I would encourage, um, because the bees, if it's any kind of allergies, any kind of allergic thing, the bees that made that honey will be working with pollen that is specific to your area. Um, and you want that because what it does is when you eat the honey, it provides your immune system with a similar form as the pollen that might be in the air or something like that. And it kind of gives it, it's almost like a vaccine in a way. Like it's just really cool how honey can, and that can help with a sore throat or a dry cough. Though I think that Robitussin DM is pretty essential if you get like a really dry cough. But always try honey first, because it's better for you than some kind of drug that someone made in a lab somewhere, you know. Um, Lemon will dry you out. So if you're feeling like really mucusy, just like I would give my son lemonade because he won't drink lemon tea. But for me, what I do is I boil a pot of water and I take a slice of a lemon, like with the rind and everything, and I just, or even just the rind will work, and I just throw it in the hot water and I let it sit for a long time till it seems done. Um, and then drink it. Or you can add lemon to your foods, or actually, you know what works really good if you want to eat something? Um, if you're too mucusy, pineapple will dry you out. It's very useful to know because there have been times where I've had a cold that's just hung on, and then I eat some pineapple and it's gone. It's just like emergency. It's, you know, it's like vitamin C, like really strong vitamin C, and something else, magic pineapple-y. Let's see, what other cold remedies do I have? There's chicken soup is good. If you're having any kind of nausea, it's really important that you don't eat anything except for liquids. So chicken soup, like thin, not thin broth, but like not a lot of chunky stuff in there, you know, because if it's some kind of a intestinal thing or a stomach bug, if you feed it, it gives the bacteria something to eat, which makes them grow. And then you'll throw up again or have whatever, you know, poop again. And so, like, sometimes the mucus can turn into that because you swallow the mucus. So, sometimes you'll see both at the same time. And you're supposed to feed a cold and starve the flu. So, if you're not feeling well because of mucus, then eat something. If you're not feeling well because it's an intestinal bug, then don't eat anything except for broth or popsicles or jello, basically, for a little while. Give yourself a couple days. And, you know, I mean, fasting is kind of useful for your system sometimes anyway, I think. But I know not everyone wants to do that, but I try to every once in a while. Especially if I'm having trouble with gluten. Sometimes, like, Fasting is just essential. Um, yeah, sometimes eating is essential too with gluten. I don't know. Let's see. What other cold remedies do I have? Oh, drink a ton of water. Like your body requires water to flush the germs out of your system. And wouldn't you rather just pee them out by drinking 5 glasses of water than have to deal with all the symptoms and colds of mucus and blah, 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 all the other things your body does to get rid of toxins? Now, that in mind, one of the ways that your body gets rid of toxins is by sweating. So, wash your skin frequently. When I was a kid, if I was feeling sick, like I really didn't want to take a bath or a shower because I was like feverish and uncomfortable. But actually, a nice shower, warm or cool or warm, depending on how you're feeling, you know, just take some soap and just wash the germs off of your skin. Get some fresh sheets, fresh pillowcases. Oh my gosh, like I can't tell you how many times we have given ourselves the same cold back over again. Once I realized that you can wash your sheets and pillowcases, get fresh laundry in the bed, like a cold that's hanging on, like you can really end it by doing that because you're not reinfecting yourself. So your body's like, oh, I can get this stuff out of my system. Oh, another for an intestinal thing, you can do a hot rum toddy. So like boil water like for tea, and I'm gonna bother my bird now, Mel. You need to stay away from him. I know you love Bluebird. You better be good. So like make cut like, so you want half rum, half water, in like a, like a glass like that, not too big, not too small, like a juice glass. Half rum. You're gonna have a bunch of rum, and half tea, and then drink it really fast right before bed. Go to sleep. There's a good chance you'll wake up in the middle of the night with the sweats, like your body is gonna sweat, but it will sweat out the germs. So you have to get fresh sheets during the night. If you do that, you will kill the flu, like quick. Learn that in Europe. It works. Though I don't really like the rum part, like because I'm scared of like just like getting drunk or something. But it actually really really works. Let's see. What other cold remedies do I have? I think that's most of the symptoms that I can think of. It's treating symptoms. So, like, basically, what you want to do when you treat cold symptoms is you don't want to suppress them, because I know a lot of the medicines, like, stop this or stop that. The only thing you want to suppress is a dry cough that's, like, really persistent, because that's, like, spasming, your lungs spasming. It's not, it's just, I don't know, for some reason. That one you gotta have. If you need Robitussin DM, you need Robitussin DM. I'm interrupting myself again, aren't I? I don't mean to do that. I hope you feel better. And I can say one more thing. It sounds a little crazy, but whatever. Sometimes your spirit, like your soul or your spirit, will give you a cold or a sickness. Um, I know it sounds weird, but like you'll catch something right when your spirit or your soul really needs to do some traveling, like astral traveling. Like you need to do some spiritual work, and so there can be spiritual reasons for being ill. And at that time, if you suspect it's that, like if something stresses you out so much you end up getting sick, like that's your spirit saying, I need like lots and lots of meditation. It's It's because you need to travel. You need to like soul travel, which will happen in your sleep. So make sure you get enough sleep. Give your mind plenty of rest, as in you sit there and you stare off into space and do nothing. Meditate. And the only thing that will make you feel better, if that's the cause, I mean, you could treat the symptoms, but what will really make you feel better is really listening to yourself, your internal compass. You know what's right, but you can't hear your own voice for whatever reason. So make sure you really, really take the time to hear your thoughts, discern what you want and how it's different from what other people that may or may not be pressuring you want, like what you think they want you to want, or what they're telling you they want, or what that vague book, I call it vague book because people on Facebook used to talk about it. It's just, like when people are like vaguely saying things, but they're not, like, it's not good for mental health. And it's always good to check in when that happens, like really, like real conversation, because you don't want to get the wrong message and you don't know where the other messages are coming from if you're succumbing to these subtle things. Okay. I think that's all I can say right now. Feel better.